to go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of JJW Sports Chat. I'm your host, Will the Thrill, and along with me,
just Josh. Here we are again, another episode. Let's have some more fun.
All right. So as we enter week 11, as the title of this episode says, it was another crazy week of sports. But in the NFL, which is the number one thing people mostly always talk about, yeah, there was a lot of upsets that happened on that one. Josh, do you want to take the first one for Thursday?
All right, we'll go to Thursday Night Football. We got the New York Jets traveling up to New England for the Patriots and losing 14-27. Not surprising there at all with that one.
No.
With the way the Patriots have been playing and the way the Jets have looked for a few years now, that's not surprising at all. Yeah.
Drake May looking like an MVP candidate with 281 yards passing. And Cardi B's baby daddy, Stephon Diggs, with 105 yards receiving. Impressive numbers.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
And I was thinking it was kind of funny with Justin Fields, the quarterback for the Jets. Didn't he get benched this game?
He is he is not starting the next game. They are starting I can't remember his name now.
Their backup.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Yeah, but Fields will.
The sad
Fields
thing
will
is,
not be
he
playing.
did lead the Jets in rushing this game with 67 yards. So
yeah, I see that.
All right, so then we got in our division the Washington Commanders, Redskins, traveling to the nice weather of Miami. And Miami wins in overtime, 16-13.
Yeah, that's crazy. In
I'm
overtime.
Not
but you know what? I'll say thank you.
Dolphins do get a win. That's the funny thing.
Thank you, Dolphins. Thank you, Dolphins, though. I'll give them the clap for that win.
Rivals.
Exactly. That's the only reason I say that. Since they gave Washington an L. Yeah. Nothing really crazy out of that game, of course.
No. But Debo did lead the team in receiving with 74 yards overall. He was the receiver with the most yards when we say that, okay? And we have another overtime game. A combined score of 57 points between the two teams. Carolina traveling to the ATL, Atlanta, Georgia, where they prevailed 30-27, and like I said, in overtime.
Crazy. With that one, Atlanta wasn't. Remember last time when these two teams played, Carolina blew them out 44-0.
Yeah, that was a spanking.
So yeah, this is Atlanta said no more of that. We're done with that. So that's a good thing for them.
Yeah, Bryce Young picking it up with 448 yards total yards passing and running. So that's pretty impressive from his no, that's passing. Sorry. That's passing. That's a lot of yards.
With three touchdowns.
Yep.
That's nasty. he's gonna be good. He's good.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be there for a while.
Yes, he is. Tampa Bay still can't handle the cold weather. Traveling to Buffalo, New York, taking on the Bills. But the Bills were showing off today, especially Josh Allen, with total of 6 touchdowns total. I'm going to say it was 4 passing, 2 rushing for him?
3 passing.
3 passing.
Yeah, 3 passing. Yeah. 317 yards, 3 touchdowns. This is passing and 2 interceptions.
Yeah, it was 6 total touchdowns, I believe. I wanted to say. 44 Buffalo, 32 Buccaneers. So it was a high-scoring game for that one.
Yeah, hopefully Buffalo can keep this momentum going into the playoffs and help them get over that hump in the playoffs this year.
Houston traveling to Tennessee. I say Tennessee. Where the Houston prevailed 16-13.
Yeah, these close games by a field goal are fun to watch. The Texans, they're both them teams are hit or miss on how they're gonna look.
Right. You're right on that one. And thank you, Phil, for the backup of the Jets is Tyrod Taylor.
Yep. All righty. What do we got? All right, we will go. We got the Green Bay Packers going to the New York Giants and pulling out the win 27-20. Not surprising there, especially with what's going on with the Giants right now with the coach and quarterback situation and everything else going on there. And Green Bay's just still clicking.
Yeah. But James Winston didn't do half bad.
No, I'm looking at his stats: 201 passing yards, 1 interceptions, 19 out of 29. That's not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Especially with, like I said, that whole situation.
Right.
With that.
Right.
Coach getting fired, everything. That's just that's a crazy situation for any quarterback, especially a young quarterback. We'll see what happens up there. Hopefully Dart gets back soon and can get in there. I think Russell's pretty much done in New York.
I think so too. I think Sierra needs to get back there and help her man out.
All righty.
Anyway, as we continue on, the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
Or I like to say Care Bears. Go to Minnesota, division rivals. And Chicago prevailed, surprisingly, 19-17.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Got another one. Ooh, sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. I don't even got words for this one. 19-17.
The Bears still find a way to win. That's pretty much all we can say on that.
I'll give them that right now. Yes, they have been. Yeah. I don't have nothing else for that, especially since I didn't see the game.
Right. The Care Bears prevailed.
Yep.
All right. So we got the Cincinnati Bengals who took on the Pennsylvania Pittsburgh Steelers. Look where I'm thinking of. And Pittsburgh got the revenge on them.
Yeah. There's some controversy. Yep, they got the win. Now there's some controversy coming out of that game. Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase has been suspended 1 game for spitting on one of the Pittsburgh players that he got into an altercation.
Jalen Ramsey was that player, and he ended up getting he got suspended, but Jamar Chase is also appealing that suspension as well as we speak.
Well, he's not going to get appealed because you think, look back at the beginning of the season. Well, actually, no, I see why he could fight it because of what happened during the Eagles-Dallas game. But you see, he didn't actually spit on anybody, though. He just spit at the ground towards them. There's a difference between spitting on actual somebody and at them. He actually spit on them. So we'll see what happens with that. But
Yeah.
as of right now, he's suspended 1 game. That's just. There's no need for that in any sport.
No.
The spitting.
No.
There's no need for spitting at anybody at all.
But I mean, not towards anybody or nothing. But I mean, you're hydrated, or you know you need something to drink, or you drink and then you end up like trying to get your mouth wet and you spit it out, but not trying to hit nobody. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'll shut up. We will talk about that. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers also got injured in that game, but he did not practice today, but he does want to play in the next game. So we'll see how that goes, because he's not doing surgery for that thumb. All right, Los Angeles Chargers went to Jacksonville. Yeah, the Chargers got spanked. 35-6. Good Lord.
Definitely didn't see that. I could see Jaguars winning, but not a blowout.
Yeah.
Especially versus the Chargers. Let's see, what are we looking at?
Trevor Lawrence with 150 yards. I mean, and Jacoby, hopefully I said that right. Jacoby
Myers. Yeah.
Yeah. Had 64 yards. Not bad from coming from Las Vegas.
I'm looking at those stats also. And Justin Herbert, 81 yards, 1 interception, total yards. Justin Herbert was also now this is when you know this is where you know it's bad. He's also the rushing yards with 3 carries for 21 yards.
Wow.
You know that was a bad game.
Yeah.
When Justin Herbert's your lead-in rusher, that's a bad game. Holy crap.
Shame. That game was a slobber knocker, I'll tell you what.
It happens.
It does. Here's another division game. The Seattle Seahawks took on the Los Angeles Rams. Well, Sam Darnold was not looking like himself in the first half, and it's a shame because they really could have used that magic, because the Rams won 21-19, and the Seahawks did have a chance at the end.
Yeah, another close one, of course. Wait, Dak, 4 interceptions. Yeah, that's not him.
Yeah, that's not him at all.
But yeah, hey, can't win them all.
No. And Sam Darnold still led the game in passing with 279 yards. 105 of those yards went to Jackson Smith. Jackson Smith, isn't he on the Rams?
What?
Forget it.
Hold on. I lost where I was. Seahawks. Jason, who are you talking about?
I said Jackson.
Who were you asking about?
No, I said Jackson Smith had 105 yards.
Yeah, he's on Seahawks.
Yeah, okay. So I was right then. 179 yards from Sam Darnold and 105 yards came from that to JSN.
Yep. Look, gonna have a bad game here and there. It happens. Part of the game, part of the sport. It's just how you react to it.
Yeah.
And bounce back from it.
Let's stay in
That's
the
what
West.
matters.
Let's stay in the West then. San Fran traveling to hot Arizona, the Cardinals. 41-22. And the scary thing is the San Francisco 49ers are getting healthy again. Scary.
Yeah, when it counts the most. Headed in the second half of the season, headed into the playoff. You got Purdy back. You got Kittle back. You got McCaffrey healthy this year. Oh my. And Purdy showed up. 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, 19 for 26. Kittle, 67 yards with 6 receptions, 2 touchdowns. McCarthy, 13 carries, 81 yards, 2 touchdowns. They all showed up. And they should. That's who should show up. But looking at Arizona, though, they didn't. Brissett, 452 yards passing, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So it's not like he didn't put up numbers too. He showed up.
Can't take that away from him.
He showed up still too. Yeah. Just wasn't enough. The 49ers were just too much. But that's what happens when they're healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Go ahead.
The Baltimore Ravens took on the Cleveland Browns. 23-16. And Lamar with 193 yards, and Derrick Henry, King Henry, for those that know him as that, with 103 yards rushing. Getting back on that winning track.
Well, Lamar's back, so yeah. Derrick Henry should be a Cowboy.
Thank God it's not.
But once again, Jerry Jones, yeah. Cleveland has got trouble going up there, especially with the quarterback situation. They don't know who their quarterback is. So I'm not surprised when Baltimore pulled that one out like they did. But yeah. That's all I got on that one. Is Lamar's back and Henry is showing up too, so let's go.
Let's go. Kansas City took on the Mile High Club of Denver Broncos. Denver prevailed 22-19, and they actually lead their division. What a thought. Not me.
Yeah, they're 9-2.
Bo Nix with 295 yards to lead the game in passing. They still find a way, which makes it so surprising.
Denver is just I don't know what's going on with them. They just putting up 9 points to get the win in the fourth quarter again.
Yep. They just find a way. Okay.
I think the best thing to do is to let Denver be leading going into the fourth. Maybe you'd have a chance of winning.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So you got the Detroit Lions, Sunday Night Football, y'all. Detroit Lions took on the Philadelphia Eagles. Not the prettiest offensive show, but the defense showed up and prevailed 16-9. Saquon Barkley led the game with 83 yards. But Jared Goff was the passing man today with 255 yards. And Gibbs of Detroit Lions with 107 yards receiving.
And 39 rushing on 12 carries.
Yep. So Goff was doing what he could. That's the crazy thing.
Yep. Didn't see the game. But looking at it, definitely looks like that's 2 weeks in a row that the Eagles have had very slow, sluggish, old school slug out games and pulled it out. To me, as a fan of football, I love it because I love that kind of football. But as a fan, being a Cowboys fan, and just for the rest of the league, that's scary. That is very, very scary because now they are proving they can do the slug outs. You want to play that low scoring, slug it out and just beat the heck out of each other? We can do that and we can still win. Or you want to play high scoring and you want to let us air it out? We'll air it out. That's scary. That makes them a double threat. Going into the playoffs to get that all under. Nope. Not liking that.
And you know another thing about that too. Where was it going with this? It's not like the Lions are like how they used to be in the past. These new Detroit Lions for the past couple years have been one of the most toughest teams in the NFL. Since they, had this new coach take over, the players have been wanting to play for him and actually showing how much depth they are going forward on this team.
Oh, yeah.
So I definitely don't want to make it seem like, as a fan, I'm happy that, we got the win. But, yeah, it wasn't no roller coaster or any Eagle fan should think like it should have been like a smooth breeze sailings with that.
No. And like I said, that just makes them more dangerous because they are winning these, like I said, slugged out, low-scoring games that people aren't used to the Eagles doing in the last few years. They've been known as that high-scoring team. So that's scary because that means now they can do both.
Yeah.
Not good for the rest of the NFL.
Nope. You could take the next one, my friend.
All right, that brings us to good old Monday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys going out to the Las Vegas Raiders. Going out to win 33-16, which we should do. No offense to the Raiders, but we should be doing that to the Raiders. Dak showed up. Put up good numbers, 268 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Javonte Williams, 22 carries, 93 yards rushing. No touchdowns, but still that's good, 93 yards. And Pickens, I know, showed up with 9 and 144 at 1 touchdown. I know there was some controversy at the beginning where Pickens and Lamb were benched for the first drive because of something going on. I don't know what it was. They wouldn't release it. But I know they were benched for the first drive. But after that, they came in and did what they're supposed to do. And that's the way Dallas should look versus that team.
What's your words on Dak? Seeing Dak all out and about.
Now, that was a good all-around team from the whole team. I ain't saying nothing about bad about Dax or anybody on the team.
You have for a minute, but he led the team in passing this week. So I just
I said that.
I
gave him the stats.
Okay.
I said Dak showed up. He had 4 touchdowns and his 200 and something yards. I said that.
Okay.
I give him his credit.
And also Pickens did his thing too.
Yeah.
Pickens, didn't he get benched last game?
No, him and CeeDee Lamb were benched at the beginning of this game. the first
Okay.
drive of this game. That's what I was saying. They were benched at the beginning of this game for something. They said it wasn't a disciplinary thing. They said it was something else. Something else wasn't ready or planned right or something. I don't know. I don't know if I believe them. The coach or whatever covering it up. But the whole team showed up. They played an all around game. Can't say nothing bad about that one. But before we get into our picks for this week, coming out of this week, the Falcons placed quarterback Michael Phoenix Jr. on IR for the rest of the season. He is done.
Oh.
It didn't really say why when I read the article earlier. It just said he was put on IR for the rest of the season. Bad news for the Eagles. Lane Johnson is done for the season. Done for the season with foot surgery. Or is it the season?
Surgery. Because before he was listed
4 to
6 weeks.
No. It is 4 to 6 weeks. My bad. I was looking at the wrong line. Someone else had surgery. It's not Lane. No, he's out 4 to 6 weeks with his foot. So he should be back in time for the playoffs. As long as everything goes okay, because you know what your feet, you never know.
Yeah. Especially as a lineman.
Yeah. So that's what I had before we get into our picks.
All right. So you ready to do this? Week 12? The
Sure.
19th through the 25th, y'all. Here we go. Ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go.
So Thursday night on Prime, we have the Buffalo Bills traveling to Houston to take on the Texans.
That's an easy one, Bills. That's probably gonna be that's probably one of the easiest ones that we'll have. No offense, just the Texans. You're not hanging with the Bills. Sorry.
Yeah, especially if after that slobber knocker they did last week. Hopefully they keep the momentum up this week.
Exactly.
So I'm picking the Bills too. All right, the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Bears in Chicago.
Let's go Bears.
I'm going Steelers because Aaron Rodgers wants to play, but if not, I mean, I think he still can have some faith. All right, New England traveling to Cincinnati, taking on the Bengals.
Patriots.
The Little Giants, the New York Giants, taking on Detroit.
In Detroit.
Detroit. You said it, brother.
And yeah, Detroit all the way.
Minnesota heading to Lambeau Field.
Always good rivalry games. Let's go Packers.
Packers, they're 6.5 favorites for that one. Seattle heading to Tennessee. I do mean Tennessee, that Nashville. Seattle
bounce back this week.
Yep.
This
points is the favorite for that one.
This will show us what kind of quarterback he really is if he can bounce back from that. We'll see how he bounced back this week. This will prove.
All right, this is one that people are actually questioning. The Indianapolis Colts taking on Kansas City.
I'm going with the Colts. I'm riding that.
I'm staying with the Colts as well. I'm pleading the fifth on that, but I'm going with the Colts.
Kansas City, they're not Kansas City this year.
Team as previous.
Yeah, they're not them now this year.
Yeah, but
I don't still count them out. If they make the playoffs,
do dominate, but just this season they're actually looking human.
Yeah, if they make the playoffs, though, they're dangerous. Don't let them make the playoffs.
And that's the thing. Like, all right, then you got the other New York team, the Jets, taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Ravens. Let's go,
Ravens.
Lamar.
King Henry, Lamar, enough said. All right, so we got the Cleveland Browns, taking on the Raiders. Oh, man.
This isn't a hard one because they're both good. This is a hard one because, unfortunately, they're both bad.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think the Browns are worse, so I'm going with the Raiders. Because their whole quarterback situation with Sanders and whoever else, yeah, there's just turmoil all over there.
Yeah. The black and silver.
Yeah.
Jacksonville at Arizona.
Jags.
Yeah, Jags.
I like the Jags. Nothing against the Cardinals, but I just Jags are a better team right now.
I think the Jags are a better team in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh boy, it's not a Sunday night game, but it should have been. But it's an afternoon game. The Philadelphia Eagles go to AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas, to face the Dallas Cowboys. We already know who's picking who here.
I can't even pick Cowboys.
Oh, snap. But you guys are home. And plus, when was the last time really when there was a sweep?
Wasn't it last year?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking would that ever happen.
Yeah, it's happened to few. It happens every once in a while where one of us dominates. I don't have enough confidence in our defense. This has nothing to do with Dax this time. This is our defense. I don't have enough confidence in our defense. We don't have an outside rusher.
You know, it's funny how you said that. I feel like that about the offense.
What, your guys' offense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I trust our offense. I don't trust our defense. We do not have an outside rusher. And with someone like Hurts and Barkley, with people like Hurts and Barkley back there, that's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good thing.
But also with Lane Johnson being out. So hopefully the O-line, which is still banged up, and so their blocking really hasn't been the same. But teams have also made sure to counter the run, which is why Barkley's numbers isn't reflecting like last year. I mean, you have a golden goose who let loose last year. Yeah, you're going to tame him and cage him in the next following year. Oh, yeah. Which is why Jonathan Taylor's having such a great year because nobody expected that coming from the Colts.
Yep.
And the thing is, with the whole AJ drama, the line being in and out of injuries, people talk about Hurts, you know, and Hurts is doing what he can. He does what he's told mostly from what I basically see. And, you know, some people are saying he's better in practice, but when it comes to the game, he second guesses himself. So that's why he hasn't been hitting the targets like he needs to at times.
Yeah, but how do they know he's second guessing himself? Who are they to say he's second guessing himself? You don't know what's going on. You're not in them calls.
But see, that's how the media does things, and all I'm doing is just reading the report.
Oh, I know, and I when I read them, I say the same thing as I'm reading them. Like, who the hell are you to say this? You don't know what's going through these unless you were a player. Now, if a player was saying it, someone that used to play, and they're saying this is what I think could be going on because this is something that I know I dealt with, that's a different story. But just a reporter that's never played the sport, I hate that shit. Don't try saying you know what's going through these athletes' heads. You didn't play. You don't know.
Right.
You don't know.
So
unless you've been there, you don't know.
You're absolutely right, man. All right, we'll continue on. So we got the Atlanta traveling to New Orleans. The Saints. Okay. Sorry. I was feeling a little party animal with it, and I need to get my beads. I'm actually surprised New Orleans is favored for this one. 1.5 favorites.
I think that's what Phoenix getting put on the IR because he was the starting QB.
But they still got Robinson. Robinson can. Oh boy, because we don't know how this backup's going to do. It might be surprising.
Yeah, but they're just going by what it being a new quarterback in first game.
I'm still going to go with the Falcons because Robinson's still in the backfield. As much as I could be wrong.
No, I still think the Falcons will win. Just the Saints are not ready yet.
No. Sunday night football on NBC or Peacock. You got Tampa Bay traveling with that nice warm California weather, taking on the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going Rams.
Being home, go to Rams.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good game. That should be a good game.
Yeah. It's going to be a good game regardless.
Hopefully. Unless when we say that, sometimes it ends up being a blowout. So hopefully it should be a good, fun game to watch. Hopefully.
And on Monday Night Football that you can catch on ESPN, the Carolina Panthers taking on San Francisco 49ers. What a San Francisco treat. For you 49ers fans, you get to watch them tonight. Or on Monday night, I should say, at 8:15, Levi Stadium. I'm going 49ers, man. Even though Carolina's been winning, but they're getting healthy. And when 49ers are healthy, they're dangerous.
Definitely going 49ers. Like you said, they're getting healthy. Rest of the AFC or NFC, watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah. And your teams that have bye are the Denver Broncos, Miami Dolphins, Los Angeles Chargers, and the Washington Commanders all have byes this week. So you get to rest easy and pray that, they nurse their injuries. And that is your NFL schedule.
I just know
in our picks.
Now
you want to take over
next
for NHL?
Give me 1 second. Big thing coming out of NHL this week. Jack Hughes from the New Jersey Devils is out 6 to 8 weeks. Had to get surgery on his finger. Not sure exactly what happened to cause him to get this surgery. But that's big news for the Devils. He's a big contributor, one of their leaders. Good thing is it's not too long, 6 to 8 weeks. And especially if you don't know much about hockey, 6 to 8 weeks does not seem long, especially if you don't know that they play so many games in that many times. They can play he can miss maybe close to 20 games in that spot of time, where if he's playing like the NFL, it's maybe 6 to 8 weeks. That's all the games he's missing. So that kind of hurts for the Devils. But I think they should be able to work it out. They still have their captain and stuff like that. Other big news, Marchand hit a milestone for points this weekend. 1,000 career points. Brad Marchand. So that's a big thing for him. And there was somebody else that got a thing, but I forget who it was. But someone else had a big goal thing or point. But looking at the standings, hold on one second, get this set up. So at the top of the Atlanta division, somehow the Red Wings moved back up in the second place. We got the Bruins in first with the Red Wings in second. Of course, we're still very early in the season, so it doesn't mean a whole lot. Metropolitan, the Metro League division, you got the Devils up top still with the Hurricanes in second. Flyers are kind of towards the bottom, but it's a tough division. That's your East. Looking in the West, no surprise here with the Central. We got the Avalanche on top of the division with the Stars in second. And then we move to Pacific Division. We're still surprised, and Anaheim Mighty Ducks are at top, followed by the Kings. Hopefully some of these other teams start coming back up, like the Canucks, who we would think would be up high in the standings. But yeah, that's the big things coming out of NHL this week. So that's all I got for NHL. You got what do you got for us in the NBA, sir?
Yes. Okay, for the NBA, the Detroit Pistons are back dominating the NBA once again. This is crazy. They had some improvement last year, and they're sitting pretty. Who would have thought that they're sitting pretty that they are at 9-2, leading the Eastern Division, followed by your New York Knicks. Miami, surprisingly, is in third. Cleveland is as well. It's like a three-way tie for third. You have Heat, Cavaliers, Bucks, and Chicago a half game in that sixth spot. Your Philadelphia 76ers, for those fans, are 6-4. And surprise, without Channing Tatum, you got.
Wait, whoa. What'd you say they were?
Who?
The Sixers.
They're 6-4.
I'm looking at the up-to-date thing. It says they're 8-5, sir.
My apologies. My page did not update. All right. So I'll reiterate, the Detroit Pistons are 12-2.
Yes.
Cavaliers are in second place, not the Knicks, with 10-5. It's the Knicks kept dropping down. They're also 8-5 in the fifth spot. Sixers are tied with them with this winning percentage of 61.5. Well, 62%. We rounded up. And that sixth spot. My apologies. Giannis, for those who like Antetokounmpo, he is out injured. And the Bucks are sitting in the ninth place at 8-7. The Celtics are at 500, 7-7, along with the Orlando Magic, who might be signing slam dunk champion, as well as Dwight Howard might be coming back at the veteran minimum. LeBron James practicing for your Los Angeles Lakers. He might play tonight against the Utah Jazz. Might. But sitting in the West, you have your Oklahoma City Thunder at 14-1. Denver and then second. KD and the Houston Rockets at 9-3. Lakers are a half game behind them, 10-4. And surprise, Steph Curry sitting at the seventh spot with 9-6. And that is for the NBA. Takes care of that. They are in the tournament, a mid-season tournament, so just pay attention to your games and local things. Some of them are on ABC, some of them will be on NBC, as well as ESPN.
Yep. Speaking of ESPN, they just made a big shakeup on their NBA tip-off show or whatever it is.
Stephen A. got
Stephen A.
removed.
Yes. Yep. So ESPN shaking stuff up over there.
Yeah, I mean,
could be a good thing.
Could be, but Stephen A. Love him or hate him, he does voice his opinion. Sometimes his facts are there, and he goes. I, for one, always liked Stephen A. as an analyst. He seems like he knows his stuff as well as what he reports. Also got himself into some trouble sometimes, but hey, that's the thing with journalism. Some people love him, some people hate him, some people can't stand him because he's loud.
He can be annoying at times, yeah.
Yeah, that does get annoying.
Nothing really coming out of WNBA more. Still negotiating. Still have to the end of the month. So we'll see what happens there. I know who was it? I think another player
Keep your eyes open for all college basketball as well as football on Saturdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And college basketball is pretty much through the week. Please pay attention to your local teams in the paper or anywhere you get to report that stuff. Like I said, college is pretty hard to keep up with just because there are so many teams, way more than 32.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, nothing really coming out of WNBA. They're still waiting. For the negotiations. Hopefully, I hope it works out for them. I hope they get their money, get what they deserve. But time will tell. Yeah, that pretty much covers all that stuff. So, what do you want to talk about? And only certain people are going to get that reference. And if you don't, I might have to smack you next time I see you. So what do you want to talk about? Well, for the people that are somewhat wrestling fans, yes, John Cena last night said goodbye to Monday Night Raw and Madison Square Garden, did his last match ever on Monday Night Raw in Madison Square Garden. He still got 2 more appearances. He will be at Survivor Series next weekend, and then Saturday Night Main Event on December 13th.
Yep.
We do know who he's facing at Survivor Series with Dom, which I think will be another good match. They put on a good match the other night on Raw. Now it'll be. We'll see who they put him for his last match.
Right. That's actually an interesting topic. Yes. So, put your opinion on who you think might be his last opponent. For those who don't know, they did do like a tournament kind of to see who's going to have that opportunity to face him on Saturday Night Main Event, which will be on NBC/Peacock on December 13th. If you ever interested in viewing that, it's a tournament for the last time tournament is what it's called. Gunther won last night against the youngman Javon Evans. For those who don't know who Javon Evans is, he's a kid that just turned 21, very young. A lot of people call him bouncy because the man can jump out of the gym. That's how talented he is jumping around in the ring. He had his, I don't want to say Raw debut, but he was under the lights against one that's favored is Gunther. You also had Solo Sequoia, who had a mystery opponent, and that mystery opponent ended up being a one-off possibly, Dolph Ziggler.
It's one off. He's still signed with TNA.
He is still signed with TNA, so it's a one-off. But TNA and WWE are in a partnership. So,
Because I was going to say just the other week he was on NXT, so
yeah.
part of the TNA NXT invasion battle going on. He's involved in all that, but he wasn't there during the invasion, but he's going to be part of it.
Yep. You have LA Knight who's in it still.
Yep.
I'm trying to think who else won. Sheamus, Rusev, and on Friday night you got two more matches, which you have Finn Balor taking on Penta Zero Miedo, as well as what's that other match?
I don't remember.
Wow.
I don't remember myself.
Oh. Big Bronson Reed. God, who is he taking? Well, he has a match, and that match will be on SmackDown. I can't remember who he's facing.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember they said it last night, but I don't remember.
But those are the participants that's in the tournament. And
I know what the rumors are.
The rumors are, we might as well just say the rumors. The rumor is Gunther's going to be the man to face Cena. But WWE might swerve because they do listen to a lot of the chatter and might swerve just so it doesn't come.
But
out.
I just don't know who you give it to if you don't give it to Gunther. But I don't
even be Big Bronson Reed. You could push Penta. Penta's a fan favorite.
Yeah,
you can do Finn Balor. You can even do Sheamus.
Cena wants to do it to a younger star.
But Gunther's not young.
But he's a younger star in WWE. Like, you know what I mean? In WWE universe, he's a younger, upcoming. And see, because I think they didn't have the people in there I think they should have had. No offense to Sheamus and all of them. It should have been more young guys.
Yeah.
Joe Henry should have been in there.
I agree.
100% Joe Henry should have been there. He should have been one of them guest ones. The hidden ones that you didn't know who he was. I'm not mad at Dolph and Zach, Matt, whatever the hell you want to call them. I'm not mad at either one of them being there because that was cool because he, you know why they did that, because he called them out earlier.
Yes, he did.
Promo, so that's why they brought them to it and why they did it, because you know that's the only reason Matt came back as Zack Ryder, because it was for Cena, the Cena.
Yeah, that was the only reason why.
So I think they should have gave it to a younger star, like a Joe Henry or even a Javon, somebody like that, and let him really give it to a young guy to pass that torch. But I believe Triple H wants to build around Gunther,
which it's not bad. That's not a bad choice.
That's his, because you got to look Roman. And then
I got Jey Uso too. He's still in the tournament.
Okay. Yeah, Jay. But Roman and them are getting up there and aren't around as much. They're doing other stuff. Same thing even with Cody now. He's like getting into the acting because he's in the Street Fighter movie and some other stuff. So he needs somebody that's not into that stuff and actually likes the sport, that loves wrestling and is going to be there for wrestling to build around. And I think Gunther's probably your best bet, in my opinion. Without that's ready now. That's not a young guy still. Because Braun Breaker, it will be his company at some point, just not yet. Gunther's what you build around now. Braun is for the future after Gunther.
Yeah. You know, I fully agree with you for that. Because Braun, but the thing is too, Braun helped carry NXT.
Oh yeah, and that's why I'm saying he's definitely the future. It's just right now there's so many stars that are more accomplished and aren't and have been putting the work in that are there to carry it right now, like a Gunther and stuff like that. They can carry it right now. They don't need Braun. Bring him along slow. Don't just put the strap on him quick, because then what are you building for after that?
Yeah, they did that with the Motor City Machine Guns, because as soon as the Machine Guns came into the league,
yeah, they gave him the
belt
second
right away, and then after that, you're like, okay, now what?
Exactly. Don't do that with Braun. Braun has a big future. He will have that title multiple times. Take your time and build him. Let him hang with Paul Heyman. Let Paul Heyman teach that man. That's the best thing that could have happened to Braun Breaker, was getting partnered with Paul Heyman.
Yeah. And I do admit that, Braun Breaker, who is the son of Rick Steiner, nephew to Scott Steiner, the genetic freak. So I agree with you for all those reasons. I love him as a heel, because even as much heat as he gets, fans to him, and plus, as Goldberg said it himself, the spear is used by everybody, but not by anybody like Braun Breaker. And
no, he's on a whole nother
right.
level.
If anybody needs to use that move, it is Braun Breaker. The man wears a shirt that says 23 miles per hour because that's pretty much his max speed when he's running.
Off the balance, when they actually clocked him running the ropes, and that's what his top speed that he hit was 23 miles per hour. That is insane. Ridiculous for a human to run that.
That is insane.
It's not normal.
So, you're absolutely right. And Paul Heyman did say that too. When Brock Lesnar started out, he did not get the belt right away.
Nope. You know whose idea that was? Paul
Heyman's.
Paul said, do not put the belt on him yet.
Yeah.
Build it. Let him be that beast, that monster that chases it. But can't just chases it until you build him up enough, and then you finally give it to him. Build him. Get him that. You got to get him that arch rival before you give it to him. Build that.
Saying build it, and they will come.
Yep. But it's true. If you build the wrestler the right way, and the character, that's what makes them. People lose interest if you do it too quick.
Yeah. And I do think, here's the crazy thing too. If you really think about this, now we're talking about WWE specifically, okay?
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know what me and Josh are talking about, we're talking about WWE specifically.
And sorry, we know wrestling's not for everybody.
Right. Wrestling's not for everybody, but it's still part of ESPN. It's part of ESPN now. Like, they actually talk about it on ESPN.
Yep, on Sports Center and everything. Yep.
So it does involve in the sports. Where was it going? Oh, okay. A lot of the champions are in their late 30s into their 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, John Cena is the oldest Intercontinental Champion. CM Punk is the oldest World Heavyweight Champion. And the other top guy, Cody Rhodes, who just turned 38. Where I'm going with this, as you notice, none of those guys, I'm talking about the men's side, are under 30.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying.
Problem.
And that's what I'm saying. Gunther is your one to roll in him because he's in his, young 30s, right?
Yeah.
So he's that next that next line, and then Braun's
still in his mid-20s.
So Braun's the line after Gunther, and that's what I'm saying is Gunther is your guy to build around now with Cody and them getting up there, and like I said, Cody going into acting a little bit more, Roman going into acting a little bit more, and some of these guys getting older, so not wanting to wrestle as you don't want to use them as much. You want to use them more of attractions like they do Roman now.
Yeah.
So Gunther becomes your focus. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Okay.
I like Gunther. I see a lot.
Too.
I like
General.
I like his mentality. I like the way he thinks. He's old school.
Yeah.
Which I like. Now they need another champion. They need someone else to build it on, which they'll figure out. And it's hard to say who right now. To take over for Cody, we'll say. Because Gunther will stay on Raw and eventually take CM Punk. So it depends on what they want to do there. I think they should give LA Knight a run. I know he's up there too, but give him a run. Give him a shot. He deserves it. Especially why he's still hot. Because it's slowly burning out. They got to do it soon. In my opinion.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I mean, LA, his nickname is the Megastar for a reason. I mean, the guy's built, he's in his early 40s, still built as I don't know what.
He's a workhorse.
He's a workhorse. And probably one of the most catchiest things, which is just one word, yeah.
Yeah.
It works. Darn, snap it to a Slim Jim. It's him and Jay now.
Yep.
But he's all over. He talks great on the mic. I don't know what more to say on that.
And
you're right. He got cheated in so many ways. He does need to get more of that oomph in the spotlight, at least to hold gold. The United States Championship, at the time, he became a transitional champion when he did.
Yep. No, he needs a real run, a real shot.
Yeah.
And I would like to see him get the heavyweight, one of the heavyweight or a world title belt. But if they don't think he's ready for that, give him a good run with the U.S. or IC title then.
At least one or the other.
And I think right now would be the IC, only because what they're doing with Dragunov, I don't think they're I like that right now. Don't touch that. Leave Dragunov alone with the U.S. title.
Right.
Doing his open.
I didn't mention that belt over there because he is still young.
Yes, Dragunov is very young. Yes.
And he's also every match he has, and I'm going to take it from Sheamus's catchphrase now: banger after banger after banger. Every match he has had has elevated that superstar he faced it to the next level. Mm-hmm. It almost looks like he's going to lose it, but somehow he finds a way and prevails because he's relentless. And you definitely can see he does put his body on the line. And the guy he faces, you would never thought of them pulling moves like that in a match, out of their character. So I got kudos to that. That's why I didn't say nothing about the United States Championship. The women on the other side, I do appreciate, and I do like they got the belt on the right person, Stephanie Vaquer. She's still young. And she's a workhorse. Fans immediately fell in love with her. Her journey.
They mostly fell in love with her one move because of Booker T. The Devil's Kiss.
The Devil Kiss.
And it's
but
the best way to watch that though is with Booker T on commentary.
Yeah.
Anyone else doesn't do it
justice. Don't know what to do with it, especially the commentating now. So if you ever watch a WWE match with Stephanie Vaquer, it's called the Devil's Kiss. She gets behind the person's head. She'll put her finger up. That's her cue. She's about to do it. She puts the person's head between their thighs, and then they bounce up and down, like slamming her head into the mat.
Just go look
But
it
it's
up.
funny because you see them going like this over and over again. Like
To make the sound, Just go look it up.
But the funny thing is that move also, she was going to get rid of the move till Booker T did that, and then it became like a big attraction to her.
Yep.
And she is athletic. She has great charisma. The first South American female champion, I want to say, from Chile.
Yeah, from Chile, yes.
On the other side, Jade Cargill is the women's champion on SmackDown. And I don't have much to say on that.
I'm split on that. You knew she was going to get it eventually. Do I think
she's a better heel? I would say her character work is better for a heel. Just wait until Bianca Belair comes back, and then we'll have.
Well, that's pretty much why they did it. Do I think she should have it right now? No, I don't think she's ready yet.
No.
No offense to her, she's much improved since she's been in WWE, and all. I like her, but she's still a little too sloppy in the ring for my liking to be the champion. And that could be just me being picky from being such a wrestling fan for so long.
Hey, she's been getting good training. Most of the women training does happen in the dungeon, the Heart Dungeon, by Natalia
and her husband.
So those who don't know, she is the Jim the Anvil Neidhart's daughter, and also with the other Hart family, Bret
Hart's niece. That's all her uncles.
Really get trained.
Yeah.
For those that didn't know.
Yeah,
but the talent does look good. If you ever are in question and want to see how some of the younger talent works, NXT is still ran by Shawn Michaels as one of the producers, and Ava, who is the Rock's daughter, is the general manager. You can catch SmackDown right now on UPN, CW, I want to say.
You mean NXT?
NXT.
What did NXT? You said SmackDown. Yeah, NXT is on Tuesday nights at 8:00 on the CW.
So you can catch it now. That's where a lot of the younger talent is developing, and how they put their craft out there for entertainment purposes, I will say.
And you do see some old veterans show up there, like the Hardys and the Dudleys and stuff sometimes. Especially right now with the Hardys being the TNA champions and stuff with that going on. And with TNA and WWE's crossover going on that.
Yep. Giving back to the little people.
Yep. But on that note, I think that's a good spot to end.
I agree.
For this week, it's been fun as always. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that little bell so you get notified when we go live or when we post new videos. But definitely let people know. Definitely, even if you watch our shorts and other stuff that we put out after the lives throughout the week, please try to like them. If you see them, like them, and you don't always have to comment, but at least like them.
Yep. It helps us out. It keeps us going, and we appreciate you as well as the reviews and everything.
Yes, it's always fun. Always. But yeah, that's another episode here at JJW Sports Talk.
I'm Will the Thrill.
I'm just Josh, and catch you on the next one. Peace.
Cero.
Mero. And my mouse. Oh, come back. You can't see.